I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, happy Sunday, happy Memorial Day weekend. Welcome back to another episode of I Hate Social Media, but AKA I'm low-key obsessed with it. I am your girl, Nakia Monet, and I cannot drive this boat by myself because I'm joined by my co-captain.
Yes, Howard the Third. Nice to be seen, nice to be heard.
Yes, and if you guys are fans of the show, you guys know that Howard has horrible Wi-Fi. So Howard moved in with me, so now we're roommates. So we're still social distancing and we're super safe, washing hands. So I just want to make sure that you guys are still social distancing as well. Before we jump into everything in the preview, Howard, how was your weekend, love?
It was good, didn't do too much, of course, but it was good. Laid around, went on a hike, hung out. What about you?
Treat yourself.
Okay.
Self-care Sunday, like Insecure. My weekend was good. I didn't really do much. Same thing like last weekend. I don't do anything at all. Actually, I'm a brand new fan of Vanderpump Rules, so I've been watching that because of my other roommate, Drew. She's a big fan, so I started from season 1, so I'm officially in season 4. I'm obsessed. I love Tom Schwartz. I love Stassi, like my favorite show. So that's what I've been doing this week. If you guys are interested in what we'll be doing on this show on I Hate Social Media, we have Moments of the Week where Howard and I will be breaking down all the craziest moments that happened on social media, and baby, it was a lot. We'll be doing social media where Howard and I, we read what's going on social media with celebrities, news and gossip, and we're going to be telling you the social media pages that we like to follow and what we're watching during this quarantine. So I'm going to kick it off. Lori Loughlin, child.
Ooh, child.
Aunt Becky. The Full House actress Lori Loughlin will be going to a different house than the big house, that is. The actress and her husband have pled guilty to the college admission scandal. According to NBC News, the couple agreed to plead guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud, y'all. If the judge signs off, Lori will spend 2 months. 2 months.
Ooh, child.
That's it. 2 months. Martha Stewart did more than that. She came out of G, okay? She'll be spending 2 months in jail and will have to pay a fine of $150,000. Subjected to 2 years of supervised release and perform 100 hours of community service. Her husband will spend 5 months in prison, child, and pay $250,000 for a fine and spend 2 years of supervised release. Would you do jail time for your kids?
I mean,
not for that little girl.
I'm not gonna lie. When I have my babies, because I'm probably gonna have my babies, I probably would. I understand where Lori was coming from. She just wanted to give her kids a better education. But she could have done it a different way. It's nothing wrong with like community college or, some other trade school type of thing. She didn't have to do it this way because she did take a spot away from another child who was probably really needing that spot. Yeah. But this is tough.
It's just privilege.
Yeah.
And it's white privilege and I'm rich privilege because Lori Loughlin acting like they live in. We can't cuss on here, can we? No. I forget where I am sometimes. You do so many different platforms. No. Sorry. She actually lives in like East, like far, far, far away land, and she couldn't afford school. This is a famous actress. Like, I've been watching Full House since I was 5, and I'm damn near in my 30s. Aunt Becky has been everything. Her husband, you guys just told me, is a famous designer. She's won a Lifetime, so they're not like underprivileged. Sorry, you do the crime, you do the time. There are mothers. There was a Black mother who registered her kid and put a different address, and this lady got 5 years in jail. So what sucks, though, is that her daughter just doesn't give a shit about college. So
her daughter dropped out. So
can you imagine you go to jail trying to get your daughter into school and sisters on YouTube doing makeup tutorials like, what's cool?
Cool.
I would beat your ass. But it's not her daughter, so because the mama did do it, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, child. Shout out to Aunt Becky and Full House. This is why you need the Olsen twins back on Full House.
Okay. Because Mary-Kate and Ashley would never.
Well.
Yeah.
I love them, so we're not going to slander Mary-Kate.
We're not going to do that. One of them going to do a divorce.
I know.
That's a whole other story.
Cheers.
But let's talk about Joe Biden. So former Vice President Joe Biden is in hot water after having an interview with the Breakfast Club host, Charlamagne the God, where Joe said, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, you ain't black. And we have a video from the interview, so you guys take a look and a listen to this, because it's something else.
Oh God.
Questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is
in New York, VP Biden.
Okay.
Ooh,
well,
child. I mean, what are your thoughts, Nakia? Because you ain't black if you ain't. If you have to choose between Donald Trump or Joe Biden.
Listen, here's the thing. Joe Biden, Jesus Christ. It's so many things with this. One, half of me, I hate that. I don't hate that. I know why he did the interview with the Breakfast Club, and I know why politicians do go to the Breakfast Club, because the Breakfast Club audience, there's some people who don't know what's going on in politics.
Right. And
you got people, a lot of their audience are believers of shit they see on Facebook that they think is true.
True.
So I understand why politicians would go. And it's unfortunate that this one thing got taken. Look, Joe Biden is ignorant, child. He's one of them ignorant ass old ass uncles who say shit and you're like, fam, what are you talking about? I know why he said it, and I think what the Democrats try to do, they try to do this like petty thing with Donald Trump because Donald Trump is an idiot. So like Donald Trump has said, my African American, and I think what he was trying to say was pretty much, if you're smart, if you're black, if you're of color, if you're gay, you shouldn't want to vote for someone like Donald Trump because he's a racist, homophobic, sexist, pedophile person. But it's like the way he said it, and it's like, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Uncle Joe, I need you to focus. And you know, Joe Biden isn't the best candidate, but I need everybody to vote. Because honestly, him saying that ain't gonna stop me from voting. And I do hate that these celebrities like the Diddy's and the Ice Cubes, everyone's like, ooh, the black. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get him in so we can now work on our local legislation and get the local people in, and then focus on getting Joe Biden's ass out in 4 years and get the right people. We just got to get Donald Trump out.
That's the end goal.
Okay.
Donald got to go.
Donald has got to go.
Got to go.
I know Hillary Clinton just sitting at home like, the most qualified candidate. Elizabeth Warren's like, really, men? But it was just stupid and ignorant and Joe. But listen, we ain't here for Donald Trump. Well, I'm not. I cannot speak on everybody else, child. Well, speaking for everybody else, well, someone who tried to speak for everybody else, the man who recorded the horrible murder of Ahmaud Arbery, who was killed when he was jogging in his neighborhood in Atlanta, William Bryan Jr. Videotaped the whole thing. And I remember saying to myself, where the hell is this guy at?
Exactly.
He has now been arrested. Investigators have also confirmed that he was taken into custody because he used his vehicle in an attempt to confine and detain Arbery just minutes before he was shot. Now, I remember when Eric Holder was, not Eric Holder, Lord, that's the general.
I think it's Eric, was it Garner?
Eric Garner, God forgive me. Eric Garner was murdered, and the young man who recorded Eric Garner's murder in New York was arrested before recording it. So when this guy was recording it and he was driving along and I felt like he was part of the plan, I was saying to myself, where is he? But it looks like he was arrested. What do you think?
I mean, this is a mess, but it's a good mess because he does need to be arrested. Why are you up here trying to contain this man? So pretty much you're telling me you were thinking he was the bad guy as well, and then realize, oh, these guys have guns. Let them handle it. Let me just, sit back, relax. I'll take the video. I'll try to look like the good guy. No, instead of taking the video, you should have been calling 911.
Okay.
But
you're going to jail with Lori Loughlin.
You're going to jail.
Period.
Tell Lori we said hello. Okay.
Period.
What y'all making in the big house?
Okay. You know what?
Little noodles.
I'm sick of you.
Speaking of somebody who might need to be in the big house, rapper Future. Big guy, the way this man is popping, not even popping out the babies, but making these babies, it should be a crime. So Future is turning heads, and not in a good way. In new documents obtained by TMZ, our favorite people, the alleged mother of the rapper's child says that the rapper threatened to kill her in an attempt to terminate her pregnancy. Yeah. She further goes on to say that Future sent her different text messages, and one said, "Let your lawyer speak for you at this point. You bogus. Stole my last name. Now you want to be relevant. Just fall back off the net trying to prove a point." Eliza is her name. She sued Future last August and requested $53,000 in child support. I mean,
you know what though? Like, Future is almost damn near 40, and no shade to water signs. I love y'all. Scorpio men can sometimes be a little toxic, child. But like the nerve of him to be almost 40, and he was spewing out some really hateful things on Twitter. He was saying things like never something with an ugly girl, calling her ugly, but she's not. But you decided to have raw sex with her, and you were in a relationship with her, and you made a baby. Take accountability. This is your 9th or 8th child. But ladies, please, look, ladies, we gotta stop having raw sex with Future.
We got to.
Like, I can't speak for Future. What he does, he's just very trash. I can only speak to ladies because I have a vagina, you have a vagina. We gotta stop having raw sex with Future.
And if you know what I mean? You're walking into this man having 10 kids. Like, and he's not really treating the other baby mamas correctly.
Okay.
I don't know if you think maybe if you blow out your candle, he will treat you better. You do a little Zen move, like, oh, he's the one for me.
I just, like, Sierra literally leveled up, got with a great man who helps her with her son. I just don't know why people want to make babies or be with a man like a Future who they've seen in the past how he's treated other women. That's just my thing. But shout out to Eliza because she won her settlement and she's getting her child support, well deserved. Yeah. But ladies, let's stop having raw sex with Future. Have sex with him if you want. Just don't do raw sex. Yeah. Because I can't sex shame anybody because we've all had some trash. We've all dibble dabbled with people we should have had sex with. So I can't do that.
Did I?
That's shade. If you guys are in the live chat, let us know. Give us a shout, and we will give you guys a shout out. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to everything AfterBuzz TV, and we really do appreciate you guys. Give us comments, let us know how you feel about all these topics that's going on social media. Because baby, it's a lot. Speaking about social media, let's go to our next segment: social media. This is where Howard and I we like to highlight what all the celebrities are talking about. Because baby, because of quarantine, they've been having Twitter fingers and they are on social media. Howard, take it away.
Well, child, Khloe Kardashian. Oh. So one of our favorite Kardashians, at least mine, Khloe, is shocking people on social media with a new look. The reality star took to Instagram to show off her new hairdo, but it's her appearance that has people talking. One user said Transformers, while another person says she resembles Denise Richards. Is it just a bad filter? Did she have surgery? I mean, the smile's a little crooked. She could have lost weight in the face. You know what I mean? It slims you. No.
Beautiful gowns.
Wonderful gowns.
Listen, I've just been saying, send us the doctor's names. No, here's the thing. Khloe has been called out before about face tuning a lot. So a lot of people were like, is she face tuning? Did she get another surgery? She looks like Malika. She looks beautiful.
Not Malika, child.
But, because last week we reported that she had such a bad week on social media. People were dragging her with she was allegedly pregnant with Tristan's baby. Yeah. And Tristan's new alleged baby mama. It's not confirmed. They were going back and forth. And in the comments, her caption, she actually said with that picture, I'm under bitch's skin. Ooh. And then Tristan commented and was like, yeah, it's in it for the caption. So they're obviously talking about the young lady that they're taking legal action on. But unfortunately, it turned into dragging her for looks. Look, I don't shame people for getting surgery. I think do what you do.
Yeah.
A beautiful gown.
Wonderful gown. I mean, the haircut looks nice.
The haircut looks beautiful.
Yeah, she's a brunette now.
She just does not look like Khloe Kardashian. But again, if that's her lifestyle, she has the money, do what you do. Send the doctors.
Khloe Denise Kardashian, so.
Just that. Khloe Denise Malika Kardashian. Malika Khadijah. Because they're twins. Okay. Masked Singer. What a great show. It looks like Candy from Housewives of Atlanta is the singer. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris is the new winner of the show of the Masked Singer. The reality TV star, the singer who was a night angel on the show, has become the first woman to win the title. One user said, we knew it was her this whole time. Did you watch? Could you hear her voice? Because she has a very distinct voice.
She does. I saw bits and pieces, but I was like, I think that's Candy.
I think I'm glad.
Yeah, I kind of knew.
I like that show. I never watched it, and my mom was like, you should watch this show. Mm-hmm. My mom watches other shows. And then I watched it, and I was like, that sounds like Candy.
I watched the last season on Hulu, like I was like, oh, this is a good show. It was the one with Wayne Brady. Ooh. But then I never caught back up on this season. So I was like,
If you're out in the club, don't think I'm not. When you're feeling don't think I'm not. It's my favorite Candy song ever. That video is so 2000s. If you guys haven't, please Google Candy, Don't Think I'm Not. Greatest song, greatest video.
A hit.
Shout out to Candy. But yeah, congratulations to her.
We love you, girl.
Beautiful gowns.
So also congratulations to Nick Cannon. So businessman Nick Cannon has graduated from Howard University with a BA in criminology and administration of justice with a minor in African studies. One user said, "Go for it, Nick," and another user sent the hand clap emojis. Aww. So this is wonderful for Nick. He was giving a speech for some of the recent graduates, and he went on there and said, like, "Hey, I also graduated myself, so this speech is for me as well." But I'm happy for Nick.
I love Nick. I have a secret. I've had the biggest crush on Nick Cannon since like 8th grade.
I mean, he does look good.
I love him, and I got the chance to meet him when I got to go to TRL. Such a 2000 story, but love Nick Cannon. I'm proud of him because Nick Cannon to me is like one of the busiest people alive.
Yeah.
And he's been acting since he was a kid, and then now he's like part owner of Nickelodeon, and then he has Wallin' Out. He's been doing great, so it's so cool to see that he's graduating and he's showing people this, like, he's a dad, and he's also like battling lupus. I know, so I know he's been documenting that. We're gonna do a documentary. Like Nick, I don't know when Nick ever sleeps.
Okay.
So congratulations to him graduating. And speaking about graduating, also Quavo from Migos. Rapper Quavo is celebrating with his recent graduate as well. He just received his high school diploma. Now the rapper wants to know where he should go to college. One user said, "You did it." Another one said, "It's never too late."
Go ahead, Quavo.
So shout out to Quavo. I love watching him and Sweetie on social media.
Okay.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. So nasty.
I love to see it. I'd watch.
So nasty.
I know you guys would too. All right, guys. I'm getting a little newsy and gossipy, so let's go to our next segment, news and gossip. This is where Howard and I, we break down all the latest in news and gossip and what's been going on social media.
So let's talk about Sia and how she adopts 2 teens from the foster care system.
Wow.
The singer Sia adopted, like I said, her 2 teenage boys who were set to leave the foster care due to their age. She said on the Morning News Mashup show, "I actually adopted 2 sons last year. They were both 18. Now they're 19 years old." She went on to say that both boys are finding it difficult, one more than other, doing this whole lockdown with the COVID-19, and she is just so happy. Aww. I mean, that's a good move for Sia, because in the foster care system, once you hit like 18, like they're kind of just like, okay, unfortunately, you have to go. Some of them don't even have a set plan. Some of them become homeless. So for her to just step in and be like, "I'll take these boys in," that's a big heart.
That's beautiful too. And I noticed, in the foster care system, a lot of people want babies and littles, and a lot of people don't really want the bigs.
Right.
Not that they don't want the bigs, but a lot of people want to experience babies. So shout out to her for adopting like 2 18-year-olds, and love seeing to give them the opportunity that they weren't able to get before. And I know a lot of people working in the foster care system, and we have a few friends doing that as well. So shout out to everyone who is a parent, fostering, adopting, birth, auntie, uncle, anyone who is a guardian, anyone of a child. I give it to you guys, especially during this quarantine.
Yes.
I do not have a child. I have a dog and a cat, and I feel like so I'm like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Those are your kids, your babies.
It's a lot. Speaking about kids, my husband Drake. Drake, he's not really in hot water because I guess he got ahead of it before it can be a thing. Allegedly calls his friend Kylie a side chick. Rapper Drake is feeling bad after a leaked track with him and Future was released and heard Drake calling Kylie Jenner his side chick. In a new song, Drake says, "Yeah, I'm a hater too. Society, real shit. Kylie Jenner, that's a side piece. Yeah, I got 20 mother effing Kylies." He later took it to social media and he said, I'm gonna read it, guys. Which I find very funny, but
it's a mess.
I'm gonna just let you know. But he said a song that Mark ran last night on Night Owl Sound Live. Drake has a different accent, so it shouldn't have been played. It's a song that leaked 3 years ago and got scrapped shortly after. He was just going too deep in the Drake and Future catalog. Last thing I want to do is wake up and have any of my friends of mine feeling disrespected. Because allegedly he talks about the Hadid sisters and Kylie.
Yeah.
This is very interesting because allegedly there's so many pieces. So allegedly Drake had a relationship with Kris Jenner. That's one. Allegedly he had a relationship with Kylie Jenner. allegedly he had a beef with like Tyga, and it was like this whole weird web, and then all this weird thing. But like, I commend him for like apologizing, but I feel like he's disrespected so many people. And y'all know I love Drake. I'm a Drake fan, stan. I want to marry him. But I've never really heard apologies for like any of those people. So I wonder like if Kylie or his ex-flame Kris Jenner reached out and was like, bruh, or Travis. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
I mean, remember that whole that huge rumor about Drake and Kylie being together at that nightclub? And then we had an inside source who told us that they were together. So
we got our sources. They were definitely kicking it in the club.
Who said that she saw them both. But I mean, Drake, you should have never put that in the song. Because my whole thing is like you dealing, if you're doing some shady stuff or behind the scenes stuff, like don't put Kylie in the song or whoever.
It's not the first time he mentioned Kylie in the song. He had made it, remember when she was dating Tyga? He had made a joke and was like, your girlfriend's like 12 years old. He used to take jabs. He took jabs like when he was talking about Kanye, where people were alleging that he had like took jabs at Kim. So it's not his first time mentioning them, and then he's neighbors with them. So I do find it weird that if you're friends with them, you're taking jabs. Look, if you would just make me your girlfriend, you wouldn't even have these problems.
Exactly. All right.
Period.
I could be at your house, quarantined, moved up, cooking for you.
Okay, we wouldn't have these problems, but whatever. Let me stop before you follow the restraining order on me. In some sadder news, Twilight star was found dead. Our prayers go out to the Twilight actor Gregory Tyree Boyce, 30 years old, and his girlfriend Natalie, 27, who were found dead in his Las Vegas, Nevada home. The authorities have yet to confirm the cause of death, but police are saying that they found white-powdered substances when they entered the home. Boyce leaves behind a 10-year-old daughter, and his girlfriend Natalie survived by her baby son, Egypt. So our prayers, thoughts, and condolences go out to him and his family. We've been losing a lot of people during this whole time, whether it's due to COVID or something else. So just super sad and tragic.
Yeah, definitely a sad story. Oh gosh. Okay, so let's liven it up a little bit with Egypt. So Egypt, from growing up hip hop, LA, has decided to actually leave the show. Reality TV star Egypt Chris has walked away from her hit show Growing Up Hip Hop LA. Like I said, the star who was on the show with her mother, Peppa, from Salt and Peppa, and her fiance, Sam, who's been getting a lot of heat recently, said in a social media post, "It's time for me to rise from the ashes from being falsely represented to you, the people I love the most." This comes after Romeo and Master P they also left the show as well. So I don't know how this show is gonna go.
I wanted to ask you, because you do the Grown Up Hip Hop after show.
I should do an AfterBuzz TV on Fridays at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So I want to ask your thoughts on like Romeo and Master P and now Egypt leaving.
It's a mess. So Romeo and Master P said they wanted to do this show to show positivity, and now everybody's leaving over really just a miscommunication. Romeo got mad because people were saying stuff about his ICBC college days. Remember, he was like the spokesperson.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
People are making jokes about it because now it's bankrupt. So
but he got more money than all of us. Who cares?
Exactly.
See, Romeo, if you would just make me your girlfriend, you wouldn't have these problems either. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, I find it very interesting because, like, you know, a lot of us, though we're hosts, a lot of us work in production and we work behind the scenes. And I've worked at the company where this show is under, and I've been there when Master P and Romeo were there. And I will say Master P is definitely executive producer. Yeah. He's very vocal in a lot of things because I've been in offices where I've heard him and all that stuff. Look, I understand where both sides are coming from, because as a producer, sometimes talent can be a little handsy and they want to do a direction where they know they're not supposed to. There's contracts and all that stuff. But also as a talent, producers can be shady AF. And producers have a storyline, they have scripts, and they want to make things the way they want to make things. Some people were saying Romeo and Master P are leaving because it didn't look good for Romeo, but he was doing all this other crazy stuff, and now he's leaving. But, you know, I think do what's best for you. The same thing with Egypt. You know, her and Sam were getting dragged, child. So,
ooh, child. I will say this season is really good. It's a lot better than the past seasons.
I gotta check it out.
I'll say that.
Well, shout out to Grown Up Hip Hop. We love them, and much success and love to Romeo and Master P. Master P is one of the most successful Black men on the planet, and his son Romeo is following his footsteps. So I hope that they do something after this and maybe do another show on their own thing and start their own production company. Yes, child. All right, guys. So me and Howard, we want to give you guys some insight on what we're doing during quarantine. We want to let you know the Instagram, social media, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook pages that we're following. And maybe you guys might like these pages too. So I'll kick it off. Someone that I'm following on social media is Miss Danielle Young, who works for Essence. She used to work for Essence. I love to follow her because she is a Black woman. She's on social media. She's an on-air host. And I love just watching her interviews. She started this new thing on IG Live where she's interviewing a lot of fine Black men, and it's called Black Men We Love You. And child, she interviewed Sammy. She interviewed Partisan Fontaine. And it's just a really great interview session that she's doing. And I just love her page. I love her personality. I love everything about her. So if you guys are on social media, Instagram, make sure you guys follow Danielle Young on Instagram.
Sure will. A person who I'm following is Tori, who I just know are a good friend. Tori is doing the same thing in this whole quarantine style, how she's interviewing other people like Zuri Hall. She's doing her Instagram Live, just communicating with people. She's going to have Chewy Martinez on there like the next week. She's really just killing the game for me. And I'm like, okay, girl.
She is. I love her.
Tori.
She's out here killing it.
She
like
really is.
I can't wait to watch her interview with Zuri coming up. She's just an amazing host. So make sure you guys follow Tori. Make sure you guys follow Danielle Young. Howard and I want to tell you what we're watching during this quarantine. I told you earlier I was watching Vanderpump Rules. Such a great show. Don't judge me. I love it. But Howard and I want to give you what we're watching this week. So this week I'm watching a brand new show called Mrs. America, which is on Hulu, which originally it's on FX, so it's FX on Hulu, and it's such a great show. It's about the 1970s feminist movement, about like Gloria Steinem and Shirley Chisholm and all the women who took part in feminism. And Kate Blanchett plays a woman who I didn't know was real life, and I Googled her. So it's like two sides of feminism. You have like the Gloria Steinem, but then you have the women, the Republican women, who want to be like stay-at-home moms, which is nothing wrong with that, but they're opposed, they're super against these feminists. So it shows like these two sides, and it's like every female actress you can think of is in the show. It's such a great show. It's on Hulu. I think I'm on like episode 5. I highly recommend it. It's called Mrs. America on Hulu.
Okay. How long are the episodes?
I think it was like an hour long, but it's really good because it takes place in the 70s, and I don't want to mess up her name. Is Uzu from
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, she plays Shirley Chisholm. Like, it's such a dope show. And it's back, if you like period pieces like myself and back in the 70s, and Rose, I'm forgetting her last name, God forgive me. She is playing Gloria Steinem. Like, it's really dope. And the hour goes by really fast.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kate Blanchett. It's so many like super feminists. Sarah Paulson's in it, and Sarah Paulson's playing a person super opposite from her. She's playing the Republican woman who's like against the feminists, who wants to stay at home, and then like it's such a good show. I highly recommend it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, Mrs. America on Hulu.
Well, all right. Well, I'm watching Good Girls. That comes on NBC. It's got Rita on there from Parks and Recs. It has another girl, like a child actress. Oh, sorry, I can't remember her name. Christina from Mad Men is on there. It's a really good show, just about 3 women who get into the mafia type of thing, and then they're washing money, and then they're just running into different obstacles. It's a good show. It's like in season 3. You can find the first 2 seasons on Netflix, and then they also have it on Hulu for all 3 seasons.
Wow, I heard the show's really funny.
It really is. It's hilarious.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yes,
Ooh.
and the mafia guy looks really good.
Oh, good.
So there's that.
You know that it's a quarantine. Everybody I see looks good. I'm like, damn, that's how long it's been quarantine. I was about to say something about I forgot different platforms. You'd be like, wait up, but I can't say that here. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode of I Hate Social Media, but I'm low-key obsessed with it. Also want to give a really quick shout out. If you guys don't know, BET just aired a tribute that they did for Andre Harrell, who passed away a few weeks ago. So make sure you guys check that out. And yesterday, IG Live versus battle, it was Jamaica. It was Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man, which was super lit, super ill. So shout out to all my West Indian people, all my Caribbean folk. It was such an amazing battle. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, please go to Versus TV on Instagram and check out that battle. It was super lit. Yes. I'm going to Jamaica. I've been trying to go to Jamaica, child. It's amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know how you feel in the comments. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Everything AfterBuzz TV. Before we head out of here, Howard, let the people know where they can find you at.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Howard III. And then, like I said earlier in the show, I do the Grown Up Hip Hop LA After Show on Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on AfterBuzz TV Network. So hang out with me there.
Yes, and I'm your girl Nakia Monet. You can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom. If you're obsessed with the Kardashians like Howard and I are, I also do the Kardashian News Daily. So make sure you guys check that out. Give you guys all the updates and maybe tell you guys what Khloe's talking about.
Okay.
Child. If you guys don't know, American Soul is coming back to BET, and the after show will be coming end of May. Damn, end of May. This is the end of May. Next week, I feel like May just started. June is here. Okay. Next week, American Soul is coming back to BET. We'll be doing the after show, so I'll give you guys more details on that. Make sure you guys come back here next Sunday where Howard and I will be breaking down all the juicy stuff that's going on social media. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you guys so much for all the love. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Have an amazing and stay your ass in the house Memorial Day weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.